What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction. In this, we have, did you know this about the British pound symbol? And we're about to learn some things. Before we do, we are here with Girl Gone London. Make sure y'all go and support her channel. Go subscribe. I'll put her channel link and this video link down in the description. She makes absolutely incredible content. Also, if you happen to enjoy, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Give the video a thumbs up. And if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, all you gotta do is hit the join button to receive your exclusive benefits. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the most interesting video you've ever watched about the pound sign, which, by the way, to my British audience means this. But fun fact, to my American audience, if I say pound sign, they think of
hashtag. But I know what when you talking about money, I know what the sign you're talking about, but I know she's about to put up a hashtag.
This sign. But in this video, we're talking about the pound currency sign, a symbol filled with history that represents the pound sterling, the currency of the UK. I was looking at the price of something the other day, and as I'm sure you've all done at some point, I thought, who actually came up with this symbol? Those of you who have not wondered that have already clicked off this video, but for the rest of you weirdos like me, we're about to find out. The use of the pound sign actually dates back to Roman times. At this time, currency values were tied to weights of precious metals. And the Latin phrase libra pondo, meaning pound weight, was used to refer to this unit of currency. And so, the pound sign actually evolved from the letter L, the first letter of the word Libra. The pound sign.
I mean, it does look, when you look at it, you can see that letter L in the sign. So that absolutely does make sense. So it originated from the Romans?
The sign began its fascinating life just as a plain uppercase L. Easy enough. Often it was embellished with a horizontal or diagonal line across the top, but not in any sort of standardized way. As we zoom into the mid-17th century, the pound sign becomes more recognizable. In a check dated the 7th of January 1661, which is now owned by the Bank of England Museum, you can see a clearly recognizable pound symbol. It took a while though for the pound sign with 1 or 2 bars across to be the default, rather than a simple letter L. And that's another fascinating thing. There is both a style with 1 horizontal bar as well as 2 horizontal bars. The 2-bar version tends to be seen in earlier typography. Both 1 and 2-bar versions were used by the Bank of England for centuries. However, the single-bar version was officially adopted by the Bank of England for banknotes from 1975 onwards.
I said we can't be having 2 different pound signs no more. They said we're gonna have to break it down, and it's got to be one or the other. They decided to go with the 1 pound sign, which I do think is a better design. So shout out to the Bank of England for making that choice. I think you made the right one.
And it's the one that is today used in most digital and print media. But it's still a style choice. It's not wrong to put 2 bars, and you'll find the 2-bar pound sign still in many places. Many people still write it like that. Side note, comment below and let me know which one you typically use. I don't actually write down the pound sign much anymore. I'm mostly just typing it out, so I'm finding it hard to think about which one I do. But whether you use 1 or 2 bars, the pound sign itself is hugely significant. Before the decimalization of 1971, the pound was divided into 20 shillings and 240 pennies. This again goes back to medieval Latin, where libra, solidus, and denarius, the pound symbol, the letter S, and the letter D, represented pound, shilling, and penny. When the currency system was decimalized and the pound was simplified into 100 new pence, the other symbols were lost, but the pound sign remains. The pound sign also isn't exclusive to the UK. Other currencies, including the Egyptian pound and the Syrian pound, also use this symbol, and many former British colonies also had their own versions of the pound and pound sign before transitioning to their own currency. When it comes to banking and foreign exchange, the currency...
I wonder, did America ever have pounds? Because I know we fought for independence against Britain. So did they ever adopt the pound sign at any time?
Codes, which is GBP for Great British Pounds, is used instead of the symbol to avoid any confusion. The same thing happens with US dollars versus Canadian dollars, Australian dollars, etc. The dollar sign is typically not used, but instead the currency codes. And there you have it, the history of the pound symbol, going from a simple L to a more complicated symbol with 2 bars, then back down to 1. Will it change again in future
Probably.
centuries? Who knows what's in store, but like with language, symbols and abbreviations do change over time, so there's always that possibility. Now do your best to describe down below how you write the pound sign. Could be a real challenge without getting to show us a picture, but that's part of the fun. As always, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yeah, I ain't never written a pound sign in my life, so I can tell you. But that was cool to kind of learn about more of the history behind the pound sign and that other countries, in fact, do use a pound sign or did use a pound sign before they got their own currency. That's all we have. If you guys enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.